an Overwatch facility was attacked. The team needed to respond, but officially, their hands were tied. Luckily, Blackwatch plays by its own rules. We all knew who was responsible. Rumor had it he'd be well protected. Our mission was to drop in and get him out so he could face the music. At least, that's how it was supposed to go.
Good evening, Commander Reyes. How will this look on the news? Overwatch unlawfully abducting a respected businessman? Even if you take me now, my friends would have me released within the week. All this theatrics have been a waste of our time.
You're right.
Reyes, what did you do? This was not the plan!
Well, looks like we're going with Plan B.
Oh lord. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unit Last Time Stalos. This is the footage that I recorded live in the Blizzard HQ in Irvine, in Team 4's room, in the Overwatch development studios of Overwatch Retribution. This is the best brawl they have ever made. This is the best seasonal event. This is just completely, utterly ridiculous. I mean, you can see from the intro you guys just watched, from the character select screen here, it is phenomenally crazy. We've got a couple of guys with me in this video, as you can see. We've got a chap from Eurogamer, Chris. We've got Genji's Hame. Actually, this is pretty funny. You'll notice I locked in McCree straight away. I'm like, I'm playing McCree, and then I'm like, oh god, the sensitivity is crazy. So I'm trying to fix the sensitivity, but we get through that. But what made me laugh is Hame. You guys know him from Overwatch lore related stuff. He's playing Genji. He never plays Genji, but actually he does really well. I think it's something to do with the pressure. It's like, oh my god, we've got to play. Because like there are literal devs just standing behind you watching you play. Like, oh, are you guys any good? Are you boosted YouTubers? Well, let's find out. Anyway, this brawl is absolutely beautiful. I think we're playing on hard difficulty here, so even though it's called hard, it's not actually that difficult. This was more of, oh, it's our first go, so let's try and just sort of experience it and see what's going on. You guys will notice, though, there are certain things which you can use in your playthrough, especially with McCree, and especially when we get to the specials. So when we've got things like the Assassin, not so much the Sniper, she's difficult to get to with McCree's Flashbang, but the Heavy as well. The Flashbang is such a key ability. If the McCree is not flashing properly, then you basically die. You'll notice as well, I'm just sort of trying to get my aim sorted out here, and it's going okay. So you can hear the dialogue in the background. Essentially, what you've got to do here is wait for the cutter to open the door, so we can get into the city.
Not sure why I was even worried.
Obviously, they don't want us to do this, so they start doing funky stuff, like rushing you through doors. Now, this isn't actually new. Like, this kind of stuff, well, I think the animation of the guys kicking the doors down and all of that kind of stuff, they had to obviously build that. But you get people coming from the roof, like coming down, rappelling down from the roof. It is so cool. You get drop ships. You guys will see all of this as we go through the mission. Obviously, I want you guys to go out and play the mission, you know, but I don't mind showing you this, like, in case you're not at home or whatever, and you guys can just sort of experience it vicariously through my shocking gameplay. Well, you can see my aim's coming back now. It's coming back. But remember, these guys we've got in the team here are not, you know, we're not bad Overwatch players. We know what we're doing. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to the high ground because I know what's going to happen. Yeah. Oh, what a high noon. Oh, baby. Beautiful. That, though, where they smash through the roof, they do that in quite a few different points. It's so cool. Also, on the harder difficulties as well, you'll get multiples of the, like, the bosses. Oh, they're not really bosses. They're kind of specials. Alright, so first stage done.
Heard you troublemakers might need a ride. Head for the art gallery. battery. I'll pick you up there.
Oh, those ones there, the enforcers, they can insta-kill you on anything other than hard difficulty, I believe. They charge up a shot, and it's bad news. Oh, here we go. Sniper. You can see where Widowmaker gets her grapple tech from, which makes sense, right? Because these are talent. And at this moment in time, Widowmaker's not part of talent. And Gerard is obviously working with Blackwatch, and he's still alive, crucially. But if you get sniped, you die instantly, right? So you don't want to get sniped. I mean, you can see where I'm sort of focusing down, like these, like enforcer guys, like landing headshots. Once I got my aim dialed in, it was okay. Those dropships, so cool. So goddamn cool. Again, she's going huge with a blade. It's so cool. It's such a cool event. I just wish it was permanent. Blizzard, why? Why are these not permanent? She's doing work, you know, just getting things done. It's all cool. Like, McCree is actually a really like powerful hero in this mode. Well, not powerful, but if you're not McCreeing properly, then you get ruined. Like, absolutely ruined. Because you need to use his Deadeye at the right moment in time. On this difficulty, it's a little less forgiving, like or a little more forgiving. You can sort of like get away with wasting it. Like this bridge you're about to go out to now, on the harder difficulties, it has 2 snipers, and it can be really, really hard to get through. Look at that. Look how cool the dropships are. Oh, and you can kill them while they're in the dropship as well. Totally do that. And don't get shot by the Enforcer's charged up ability. That will kill you, right? So this High Noon here, it was okay. There. Also, there's no kill feed in this, which is a little bit weird. That might just be because it was the dev build. We'll have to wait and see. So cool. This is so cool. So assassins, ladies and gentlemen, they will ruin your day. Basically, everybody needs to be killing this immediately. But what it will do is that where it jumps onto people and it pins you to the ground and it does massive damage to you. On this difficulty, it's not too bad. On anything other than hard, it will basically kill you, and that's not what you want. So if you do get jumped by it, it is McCree's job, especially in this the standard Blackwatch mode, to flashbang that and get it off. Because if you don't, it will kill the target and you will just lose. You don't want to lose people. And this is the heavy assault. Like, these could be heroes in the game. Like, that's what I really like about these specials. They're all specifically designed. None of them are just like reused models. I mean, look at that. What the hell? If that was a hero, I'd be playing that. Blizzard, give me that as a hero. So we just sort of like, everyone's using ultimates and just killing him. I could probably have High Nooned him, but it looks like we're going to take him out. On harder difficulties, though, you have to be really careful with this dude, because he would just, like, he charges like Reinhardt, and he's got double Orisa miniguns, and yeah, it can be bad times. Oh, and the map as well. I had this confirmed by Aaron Keller, who is the, like, one of the lead designers on the game. He said that this map will be edited for when it goes live as payload or when it goes onto PTR, so it won't be in the same sort of kind of layout as it is now. Or I think certain things will be moved off the map, like certain obstacles and whatnot. Obviously, it's a very big map as well, so it'd be interesting. You did see me bring up the score screen for a bit there as well. It's a completely custom PvE score screen, and I couldn't resist doing this. It's so cool. These assassins are so cool. Like, they have to have, like, I honestly believe they've got abilities that maybe they didn't want to use on, like, heroes they were working on, because it looks like a lot of these specials are taking sort of movesets and abilities from heroes that maybe don't exist in the game, and maybe they decided to use those assets as well. I can tell as well, it does sound like we've got a little bit of audio desync. I will try and fix that in post-editing, but I think it's probably a result of the capture machines of Blizzard. Right, so this is the final stage. What you've got to do here is get on the dropship. So you have to survive. Like, they will send loads of ships in to come and get you. Like you can see, I'm killing them as they're in the dropship. So goddamn cool. Look at that, it's killing it. It's so cool. It's so goddamn cool. This mission is absolutely awesome. And it makes me sad that we only get to play this for 20 days and then it's gone. Like, no, Blizzard, why? Also, it took them a very long time to make this. From what they said to me, is they were working on this from May last year, and it took them this long to essentially get it ready. That's a lot of work. So it also means that we're probably not going to see PvE missions as often as we would like, ladies and gentlemen. It will just be a yearly thing. But I guess Overwatch is a PvP game primarily, but you cannot deny how much fun this is. Like, this mode is so goddamn good, and it makes you a better player. In fact, Jeff even said during one of the interviews that this made him a better Genji. He was terrible on Genji, and he played this and just became a better Genji. It's because this makes you a better player. You can see how my aim has sort of dialed in as this mission has gone on, even though I'm playing on a sensitivity I'm not used to, and I'm playing on it with a mouse and a keyboard I'm not used to. It's just because the sheer volume of stuff to kill, you adapt quick. Right, so what you got to do here is survive. You can see there's loads of stuff dropping in. On harder difficulties, you get loads of the specials start spawning. It's bad times. When your dropship arrives, all you have to do is get on the dropship. There is no big boss fight. It's just like a massive enemy wave at the end. So you have to get the hell out of there. If your team are silly and for whatever reason are on the low ground, they are stupid. You should always be on this high ground, getting ready for the dropship to arrive. And then, of course, you just pop all your ultis and jump on the dropship. Simple, right? And don't get killed by the snipers as well. You see the sniper there aiming at me? And I think that was the sniper? Yeah, I think that was a sniper aiming at me. I mean, there's an enforcer in my face as well, which would also be bad news if he hit me with that charged up shot. Although not on this difficulty. Yeah, see the sniper, when she's got the red beam aimed at you, you have to break line of sight as soon as possible, because if you don't, you will die. It's a good like habit to get into, because when you go for the harder difficulties, you'll just instantly die. So what I'm thinking here is, remember, this is the first time I've played through this mission. I'm thinking I'll stand here and I'll just high noon and wipe out the wave as it comes in, but then I'm like, actually, maybe I'm gonna get killed. But I get a bit cheeky and I sort of try my luck a bit. You can see I'm not getting a very good line of sight on the mobs as they're spawning, which is like, it's not great. So I think this basically makes you think, actually I should just jump down. But you can be a little bit crazy in the lower difficulties, and that's what they're there for, right? So I'm thinking I'll high noon the heavy, but you can see how long it's taking. I'm like, oh god, I've got to get in there and flashbang the guy. Look how much damage he did to me. He turned around and hit me for like 140 damage. We've lost the guy there. We've lost our Reaper, which isn't great. But the way you res people in this mode is different to Uprising. You just stand near them. You don't have to stand on them and press like any kind of button to bring them back. The reason for that is, Uprising, you had a tank, you had a Reinhardt. You have no tank in this mode, so you can't just stand out in the open looking at a corpse, but you can stand in an area now and move around. So this lets you try and res people. As soon as this music goes off, and the pilot is saying, look, get on board. McCree even is going, get on board. As soon as you hear that, you need to get to the dropship and just wait on the high ground and jump straight on the dropship, and you'll be absolutely Gucci. You don't want to mess around. You don't want to wait. You just want to get the hell out of there. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Silos from this Unit Lost. I feel so privileged to have actually played this from Blizzard's HQ. It's so goddamn cool. Let me know what you think about this event in the comments below. There will be a video as well on the channel showing you how to beat this mode on the All Heroes mode. Or beat this mission on the All Heroes mode. I'll be quiet anyway.
So, I guess you got what was coming to him. Still, it didn't seem right. But that wasn't the end of our problems. For the first time, people knew we were out there. New faces stepped up to fill the void in Talon. And I can't help but wonder if that's where it all started to go wrong.
Yeah, so there will be guides showing you how to beat this on various difficulties as well, and in the All Heroes mode. But yeah, let's just take a look at the stats breakdown. So you can see eliminations, I came second, that's okay. Damage to specials, I did okay. Hame did really well actually for not really playing Genji. And then damage taken is kind of reversed, so yeah, whatever. So that is like by far the best brawl in the game, or the game has ever had. It's got loads of custom built stuff for it. I hope in the future we do see a permanent PvE mode. I understand, and there will actually be a video on the channel probably tomorrow, or at least in the next couple of days, where we did have an interview with Aaron Keller, who does explain why there isn't any permanent PvE mode in the game, and like you guys can agree or disagree with that. I mean, I honestly think I disagree with it. I know I'm being greedy and I want all of the stuff possible, but yeah, I don't know. These modes are really, really fun, and I feel like the game does miss, or it is missing out on something when it just doesn't have this kind of stuff available. All right, guys, I'm Instalosa. This is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video, and let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And let me know what you think about the new skins as well. And I think I go into another game, but I'm not sure if that game was recorded, or I think I was going into Uprising, yeah, and I'm like, oh god, I'm in Uprising. That's not the right event. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.